so Scott and I are here at the empty Goshen Old Town Hall, looking at the set that is absolutely done. Well, not absolutely done, but pretty much done. It's been built for Lost in Yonkers, which was supposed to go up on June 5th, but of course we all know what's going on in the world today, so we will not be doing June 5th. Well, we pushed it to the fall, and we don't have a date yet because, you know, everybody's, you know, working with a skeleton crew. But we're here because of Give Local, and all, you know, there's a lot of nonprofits in the area that need our support, and right now, theaters really are struggling because we had some shows, you know, early on in this whole quarantine thing that were canceled, and people put in their blood, sweat, and tears to put on a production that wasn't able.
Some mid-run.
Exactly. Some were ready to open. So, you know, we really are putting it out there to people to help support our theaters, keep us alive. We, as Goshen Players has been around for how long?
1949.
1949.
Right? Yes, I think the first one was Trial by Jury. So Lost in Yonkers, which was, Colleen said, was supposed to have gone up on June 5th, would have completed our 71st consecutive season, making us one of the oldest or longest running community theaters in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So we're really proud of that, and that we're able to continue doing it. But being able to continue doing that going into the future, we need help from you. And especially during campaigns like this one, like Give Local, it's really awesome because the Connecticut Community Foundation actually matches a portion of the donations that are made on our behalf, and that sort of ups the ante for us. As you might know, yes, we sell tickets to shows and stuff like that, but that's pretty much a break-even proposition. In order to maintain this beautiful old building, which, by the way, is on the National Registry of Historic Buildings,
right,
requires, you know, a lot of love and care. It's old, needs upgrading and repairs a lot, and that's one of the reasons why we like to keep doing this. The other reason, of course, is that we just enjoy the hell out of doing it. We're all really very passionate about being able to bring shows.
What was your first Goshen show?
My first Goshen show, I think, was Working.
Was it Working?
Yeah, as the music director, and I've been involved in some way with nearly every production since
then. Yeah, I think that's what my first show with Goshen was. South Pacific back in 1983. Wow. That was my very first production, and I did a lot of theater with Torrington Civic Theater and whatnot. We were involved in that together back in the day.
Me too.
And after raising my family, I came back to theater in 2010. And one of the reasons why Goshen is so special to me, I mean, Scott knows because he lived through it with me, is when I came back to doing theater, I was cast in Working after 15 years of not doing it. And during the run of the show, during rehearsals, my son was diagnosed with leukemia, and during rehearsal process, he was going through treatment and he passed away. And I took a little break from the show. I didn't think I could do it, so when he was in the ICU, I decided not to do the show, but he passed away, and my family said, you need to do this show. And I thought, how can I do this show? Coming back and doing theater shortly after my son's funeral was what saved me. Having the rehearsals, having the camaraderie, having the friendships that I developed over this show. So that's why community theater is really important, because I think it really helps a lot of people through the difficult times in life, and right now we're going through a difficult time. So we really would love your support. Of course, we love it when you come to see the shows, but if you could just give $5, $10, those little donations add up.
Anything really, because like I said, it's difficult to keep going just on the budget of a show, right? I mean, we have, you know, we just had to do a big fundraising campaign to replace our roof because we were getting leaks all over the place. It costs money to maintain the place, and we like doing it. So we hope we can have your support in continuing to bring these great productions. Goshen is is the only theater in the area with cabaret seating.
Yes.
It makes it very warm and intimate and friendly, and it's a great place to come and see a...
Bring your little picnic basket
Yes,
and treats.
great place to come see live theater for that reason, and for many others. But so we hope we can find your support, and we hope you're certainly willing to support all the other local community theaters. We're friends with all of them,
Yes.
and they're all doing similar campaigns, as well as many of the other worthwhile charities that fall under the Give Local banner. And we hope that you'll take a look at them and consider giving as much as you can. You know, it's kind of hard. A lot of people losing jobs, a lot of people, kind of hanging on to their money in trying times, but we really could use your support. So I guess maybe I'll leave it at that.
Yes, thank you for watching, and we can't wait to get back in this theater and have the tables all set up and put on shows for you. We are so starving for doing that, and we're trying to get our creative process out there in so many different ways, like the recent virtual one-acts that Jim Lurtzimer and Sharon Hauk and Kat did for us. It was a great success.
Great
and we had a blast doing it. So we're going to keep being creative, but we appreciate your support and can't wait to see you in the theater.
Bye.
So one last thing before we let you go. Leah Dimitrich stopped by the theater to inspect her set that is now almost ready for a production. And we thought we would let her tell you who she cast in our now fall production of Lost in Yonkers.
Talk about Lost in Yonkers. That was supposed to go up on June 5th, but now we are looking to do on fall dates. So do you remember off the top of your head who you cast for Lost in Yonkers?
Yes, I do.
Tell us. Give me the cast,
Yeah.
because we haven't announced the cast yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Playing Grandma is Colleen Renzullo. Playing Bella is Kristen Moresi. Playing Gert is Jennifer Archer. Those are the three ladies. The men, two brothers. Uncle Louie is Scott Stanchfield, and the boy's father, Eddie, is Michael Riley. And the two boys, Artie is the younger one, and he is Glenn Vokos. And Jay is Christian Abbott. So it's a cast of 7. And I can't wait to start because it's going to be wonderful.
Now, what was it about Yonkers that drew you to want to direct it?
Well, number one, people out there know what I love. I love a family story. And Neil Simon is always billed as a comedian. Everything is very funny, like just think Odd Couple, a belly of laughs. This one has some humor, but the thing that appealed to me for this one is that it's a family story that it's all about the family and how they interact with each other. Grandma is a bully, and as we go on in the story, we know how she became like this, and there's very good reason. She has somehow affected each of her 4 children, her 2 daughters, Bella and Gert, and her 2 sons, Louie and Eddie, and left them in a way damaged. She was always testing. You may not cry. Crying is not allowed. So this is the story of how this family sticks together and deals with the hardships that they've had and the effect that they have on each other. That's what drew me to this one. And as I read a lot more about it, there is a reason that in 1990, Neil Simon won the Pulitzer Prize for Literature for this play. The writing is extremely good. Not his usual thigh slapper, writing boys' memoirs and all of that.
All right, so now here's a question. How long have you been a Goshen player?
Well, I wasn't here at the beginning. It was born in built in 18 something. And the first show was 1949. But this is my 53rd year. And by the time Yonkers goes up, it'll be the beginning of my 54th season.
Right.
So, yeah, a long time.
Yes, and we are so lucky to have you.
Oh, and I'm so lucky to be able to still do it and just interact. It's what keeps me young.
Yes.
interacting with young people and all of that. Because every show is a unique family. We become a unique family. And man, that's what, for me, it's all about.
Thank you, Leah. Thank you for coming, and thank you for just sharing a little bit of something, what you're going to be doing with us. We're so thankful that you're going to be our director, and we look forward to getting started on Lost with Yonkers. And we're going to be putting this up on our Facebook page for the Give Local for Goshen players. So thank you for coming, and thank you for doing this with us.
Oh, my pleasure, Colleen.